So welcome back to in my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to teach you about the capacitor which is available inside the mobile phone PCB board. Hello everyone, if you are watching this video first time, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. And if you are watching this video first time, do subscribe and you can give me a like. Also it will give me some motivation to make me more videos on this YouTube channel. So I'm making a video series on the topic of the mobile repairing training, and we are learning the small components, and we are trying to recognize the small components which is available inside our mobile phone PCB board. So guys, today I'm going to discuss about the capacitor which is available inside the mobile PCB board. So if you want to know more about the capacitor, then without any delay, let's begin our tutorial. So guys, what is capacitor? So now you can see here the images of the capacitor. So capacitor look like this types. Okay, capacitor is a small components, a device which help us to store electricity and leave those current as per requirement. Capacitor help us to filter the current and signals, and it is one of the useful components available inside the mobile PCB board. Okay guys, and farad is the measurement unit of capacitor. Farad is denoted by capital letter C, but almost in every phone we can find SMT types of the capacitor in mobile phones. Okay, so inside the mobile phone you will get the SMT types of the capacitor. Okay, so let's discuss about the types of the capacitor. So the first capacitor is the polar capacitor, and the second one is the non-polar capacitor, and the third types of the capacitor is the array capacitor. But in our old types of phone there was array capacitor also available, but nowadays there will not be the array capacitor. So today we'll only discuss about the polar capacitor and we'll discuss about the non-polar capacitor. So guys, we will discuss about the polar capacitor. So now you can see here the images of the polar capacitor. Polar capacitor look like this. Okay, so it have the marking in few side. Now you can see here in this side there is a red marking, and in this polar capacitor, in this side there is a marking. So you have to remember, in this side this is the positive sides. Okay, so when you are connecting, so always you have to remember the marking, and the marking side will be always positive. Okay guys, which device contains the polarity during the keeping time known as a polar capacitor? We should arrange a plus and minus point during usage time. Yellow or black colored polar capacitor can be found in the mobile phone PCB board. So now we can see this is the yellow color polar capacitor, and this is the black color black color polar capacitor. Okay, we can easily recognize the positive point by watching it from top view. Marking contains the positive sides of polar capacitor. So now we can see there is a few marking, right? So in this side there is a red marking, and in this side there is a different kind of marking available. So you have to remember these types of marking is known as a positive side. Okay, the main function of the polar capacitor is to store the electricity, and if the voltage stops to come, then it will pass the voltage in forward section. If you are still getting problem to find out polar capacitor, then you can ask in the comment sections, and I'll make a separate video on that topic also. So guys, now we are discussing about the non-polar capacitor. Okay, so now you can see, so this is the image of non-polar capacitor. Okay, so now we can see here non-polar capacitor is those types of the capacitor which capacitor doesn't have any polarity like polar capacitor. You don't have to worry during the connecting time in mobile phone PCB board, because you can connect any side without any hesitation in the PCB board. So now you can see this is the image of the non-polar capacitor, and you don't have to worry when you are connecting this kind of the non-polar capacitor inside the PCB board. The main function of the non-polar capacitor is it helps us to remove unnecessary signals. After filtering those signals, it will pass further. Okay, A non-polar capacitor block unnecessary AC current and pass further, and it stop all the DC current completely. So now you can see here, this is the images of the non-polar capacitor, and today we discussed about the polar capacitor and non-polar capacitor, and we will discuss further small components in our future videos. So this much for today, and I'll come back with another new video. Until that, goodbye, see you again.